So I received a wonderful message from Spirit, from my Ori, from our compassionate spiritual helpers. I received a wonderful message. Seek and you shall find, and I have found a beautiful message today. And because I have received this message for myself, I decided that I wanted to give my 10%. And I could say 2%, but I'm just going to say 10% because it's that wonderful. So I'm going to upload this and leave it here for the collective. You know, you might want to receive this message, okay? Because if you're seeing this, it's probably because your Ori, your compassionate spiritual helpers, the angels that God has given charge over you to guide you and keep you in all of your ways, all things working together for you, wants you to know that a shift has happened. Do you perceive it is the question. Do you perceive it? Not yet. You will eventually. Maybe you'll perceive it after hearing this message. But there has been a shift. The desires of your heart have been remembered. You wanted financial security. You wanted success. You wanted the opportunity to self-care. You wanted the opportunity to nurture not only yourself, but others as you nurture yourself. You wanted the opportunity to be a comfort to people, right? But you have to receive comfort in order to be a comfort to others. A shift has happened. And now you have this ability, right? You want to be reliable. You want to be consistent. And to be that, you need consistency in your life. You've been praying for, you've been asking for, you've been desiring reliability and consistency in your relationships. So you have been reliable for yourself and consistent for yourself, which is manifesting this energy into your life so that you are attracting people, relationships, situations that give you comfort, that nurture you, that are reliable, relationships that are reliable, and people who are consistent in your life when it comes to loving you and caring for you and comforting you, right? Your support is the Queen of Pentacles. It is going to take hard work and discipline just a little while longer. Hard work and discipline just a little while longer. With the Eight of Pentacles, perhaps 8 more months for somebody. Perhaps 8 weeks for somebody. Or 8 days for somebody. We are all in different places in our life. Right? Some of us are a little bit closer than others. Some of us have been working a little bit harder than others. Some of us have been working hard, but you know, it's going to come quick, right? It's going to come suddenly, right? 8 days, boom, goes back by like that. But it depends on the situation. It depends on what you're asking for. It depends on what you're waiting for. How much realistic time it is going to take. But I'm seeing the number 8. Right? And that is the card that came out, the Eight of Pentacles. So it has a lot to do with your financial stability, right? The comfort that you are going to receive when it comes to your finances, the security that you're going to receive when it comes to your finances. This is what your finances are going to supply. Your ability to feel and experience things that you're not used to feeling and experiencing. Security, comfort, reliability, safety, right? Doing what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. For somebody, it's going to be 8 months. And you are going to be able to do what you want to do and not just what you have to do, right? For somebody, it's going to be 8 weeks. For somebody, it's going to be 8 days. With the Judgment card, you are being called and rising up to the call, ascending, rising above and out of all of your past limitations, right? Fear limits you. Stinking thinking limits you. A lack of faith limits you. Worry limits you. How you think limits you. How you feel can limit you. But all those things that limit you, you're coming up out of. There's been a shift. You're being called with this Judgment card. You're being called to a moment or a time that presents you with the ability or freedom to self-evaluate without the influence of fear or pressure, right? There's a lot of times we think we want to do this or we want to do that because we thinking about how we need to come up. But what if you ain't got to think about how you need to come up? What if you do not have to think about what you need to do and have to do, and you can transition into doing what you want to do? That is the energy. That is the shift that is taking place, so that you have the ability to think clearly and really have clarity on what your true heart's desire is. Time to realize your true potential, your true wishes, your true desires, and pray accordingly, manifest accordingly. Your true career, your true destiny, right? Your true calling, etc. With the King of Wands, you are presented with the ability to take bold action, boss up, be a master and not a jack, right? Be a master and not a jack of many trades. Doing this and doing that, and you keep switching from this and that because this and that is not really fulfilling the desires of your heart, not giving you what you need, not giving you the comfort you need, the reliability you need, the stability you need, the ability that you need to pay others what they asking for when it comes to rent, for example, right? I can't pay my rent unless I am satisfied financially. I can't give unless I am receiving, right? So now it's time to be a master. You'll be able to do that now. You'll be able to concentrate, and stick-to-itiveness is in the atmosphere because of this shift, right? So you're not going to be a jack of many trades and master none. You're going to be a master. For some, you're going to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, you thought you wanted a job, but when you don't have to work, when you don't have to work for someone else to survive, when you don't have to sell yourself to someone else, You have the ability and the clarity to discover your ability to be a master and to be an entrepreneur, right? You are being presented with the ability to take calculated risk, to innovate, to push for your results, and not just give up because you have to do something now in order to pay that rent. Now in order to pay those medical bills, right? Get insurance, medical insurance, or car insurance. You can push for the results that you want. With the help of Saturn, you can be disciplined. And that's the shift that's in the atmosphere. That's the shift that's happening. Saturn is assisting in this process. The energy of Saturn, the energy of discipline, right? You're going to inspire others, not just boss up, but you're going to inspire others to boss up, right? You're going to take inspired action that's going to inspire others to act on behalf of themselves, right? What else do we have here? The Queen of Cups. You are now able to love and care and nurture and comfort others as you do unto thine self. Not above thine self, not aside from thine self. There's no more sacrifice. There is no more dis-ease of your own ori, right? We don't want to continue to grieve our own mind, our own hearts, our own ori, right? We don't want to grieve our own spirit to satisfy someone else, right? To love up on someone else, to make someone else happy. We can make our ori happy, and with that happiness that we give unto our own ori, we can, from that cup, overflow happiness into the lives of others that we desire to make happy, right? The Fool card. The Fool is further confirmation that taking risk is beneficial as long as you are disciplined, right? With the help of Saturn, you are disciplined and you are taking calculated risk. Calculated risk. Okay? You can take those risks, but you got to calculate, right? There's one form of gambling that can sabotage your whole life and what you're trying to do in the first place. And there's another form of gambling that is strategic. It takes strategy to the point where you almost can't lose. And if you lose, it's just helping you, or it's just tuition and giving you the knowledge and the wisdom that you needed to win anyway, right? You lose to win and you win to win. And so these are the kind of risks that you should be taking, right? Faith without works is dead. But do all things with faith, okay? Do everything that you're going to do with faith. Look at faith as an angel God has given charge over you to help you, to guide you, right? Look at faith as something that is outside of yourself connected to the inside of yourself, right? Faith is the angel who will guide you and protect you. And then we have the Six of Cups. You manifest everything. Okay? With the Six of Cups, you're manifesting everything. Everything in this shift is reciprocity. The universe, the people, the relationships, the circumstances, they're all reciprocal to how you treat yourself, which is how you're going to treat others, which is manifesting how others treat you. With the Death card, at the end of this reading, it is reassurance of what the Judgment card was saying, right? You're being called out of the poverty mindset, right? You're being called out of limited thinking. You're being called out of the feeling that you don't deserve something, or the feeling of being left out in the cold. That's a thing of the past. Yes, you've had that experience, and we validate our experience. We validate how we feel because of the experiences of rejection that we had in the past, but it is now the past. That's why the Death card came out at the end of this reading, to let you know that that is in the past. And with death comes rebirth, right? So all that has limited you, you're coming out of that. All right? All that has limited you in the past has limited you for your good without you realizing it. But there's a shift that is taking place. Do you not perceive it? And everything that has limited you for your own good, to protect you and to keep you from harm, is no longer serving you. Those limitations are no longer serving you because of this shift. It is no longer good for you, so no, or now, it's no longer good for you, so now is time to release what no longer serves you. Let it die, like the phoenix bird who had to become ashes in order to be reborn. Also, regarding to self, everything that dies must or becomes brand new. You are becoming a new creature. You are a new creature now because of this shift. You are a new priesthood because of this shift. You could not trust the old you, but now you can. You can trust the new you. So, trust the new you. For somebody, it resonates with the Death card, meaning out of the murky waters. So come out of the murky waters, or you're coming out of the murky waters, right? Or get out of the murky waters and get grounded. Get grounded financially, get grounded when it comes to your relationships. You're coming out of the murky waters. Waters represent your emotions, right? So you're coming out of emotions that do not serve you and do not serve the new you. You're coming out of murky emotions that sabotage you instead of lifting you up, that limit you and block your ability to see and hear and be wise when it comes to choosing who you have in your life, who you reciprocate in relationships. with, right? And so there's a shift that's happening, and you're coming out of the murky waters, and you're going to be grounded and washed off and made new with clean water, cleansed with hyssop. So that is the message that I have received today. And this is my offering to you. So if you think that you're part of my tribe, feel free to subscribe. If you like my vibe and you think you're part of my tribe, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to share this message with someone you think might be ready for this shift. Share this message as an offering, a hug. Share this message to uplift someone, to edify someone, to encourage someone. But first, be edified, be uplifted, and be encouraged. Peace.